All right, welcome back to the show, everybody. Jason Salas, your 671 sports nerd here, and I have two buddies of mine right now. And Guam athletes are getting opportunities like we have never had before. Local athletes are getting training opportunities. There are way more tournaments that there have ever been, opportunities to get in some sort of competitive edge and chances to travel. And right now, there is a training program that is absolutely welcoming Guam athletes to take their game to the next level. And, really do some wonders for your career in athletics. That is the AOP program. I have my buddy Gerson Hoebing right here. We know each other all the way back to UOG. So, Gers, good to see you, brother.
Likewise, man, Jay, it's good to see you.
All right,
You're
so okay,
getting
so
stronger every time.
and so for everybody who are fans of the let's say the we're considered old school now, right? So for fans of old school UOG Tritons baseball and everything like that, what have you been up to, man?
Well, man, just here in California, just made a move for my son Gerson and my little one Luke. Just trying to give them opportunity, man, to make it to the higher level of baseball outside of high school. So came out here, playing for high school out here. I still needed some work outside of the high school program. Found this one school that could have helped my son develop his skills with pitching. Weren't too fond of it, and then he reached out to some of his friends and found this AOP art of pitching school in Upland, and now we've been talking about trying to get more people out here, and
Absolutely.
now we're here.
And I was gonna say you got a really nice hoodie on, or like sweatshirt and everything. So let's bring in the man behind AOP, the art pitching. That is Art Salazar. So he's out there. So Art, welcome to the show, man. It's a great pleasure to have you.
Thank you for having me, man. This is an honor and something that Gerson and I have definitely been talking about for a while. So
All right,
it's glad
right
to
on.
see
Well,
it.
well, of course, like it's a virtue of any culture, but especially for us Islanders and everything like that, to really take care, of kids and really give young athletes like opportunities and everything. So tell me about the history of AOP and what your framework is.
Yeah, so we started in 2020. We just had our 5-year anniversary. I would say, just normal gradual buildup, just like you would see with any business. We started small and just slowly started growing with word of mouth. But something that's always been at our core is, like you said, making sure that we put emphasis on trying to get the kids the best opportunity possible that's in front of them, whether it's a little kid trying to go play high school baseball, kid in high school trying to make varsity, or those kids on varsity trying to go play college, and then if you get further than that, amazing. You're the 0.01%. But so just putting an emphasis on, making sure that the kids understand that and that with hard work, really anything's possible. And our slogan is hard work always wins. So try to
Absolutely.
be pushing that. Yeah.
Okay, and I want to say whoever runs your marketing, give that man or woman like a cookie and a pay raise and everything because the art of pitching is really really apropos because I mean it's such a specific skill art, like and
Yeah.
literally takes some of the best players in the world years and years, if not decades, of working on their technique and training and conditioning and everything like that to be able to have those fine skills in the hopes of making it at the highest level and everything. So what's your mentality and your mindset about developing like pitchers? Because everybody thinks either they're going to be Shohei Ohtani or some people want to be submariners or
Yeah.
some guys want to be Greg Maddux and so what kind of athletes do you work with?
I would say, I mean, we work with all athletes, every level. We like little kids as young as 6 years old to MLB guys. Like we have Victor Vodnik, who's probably going to be the closer for the Rockies this year. Some guys in AAA and lower independent baseball professionally. But for me and for us here at the facility, our emphasis is finding the athlete, seeing what he does best, and just training that up. We don't try to cookie cut anything. I think it's just like you see people running, walking, or even the simple example of if I hand you a rock and just tell you to throw it as hard as you can, don't think about it, ready, throw. That's kind of the approach we take, where obviously with some teaching, but we want the kids to be comfortable and just do what you're good at. And then from there, we'll build a foundation. And, to kind of get into the nitty gritty, we address everything. This isn't just pitching, like you got to address the mobility, the flexibility, the strength, the eating, your recovery. And when you put that all together in a program with protocols built over a long period of time, you get the result that, that everybody seems to always be looking for, which is throw harder, stay healthy, and be able to dominate in games.
Yeah, now Gerson, I want to bring you back in, bro, because not only were you one of Guam's like top players for many, many years on the diamond here, but you were also a coach and a mentor to many young athletes and everything. So, given that experience and working with your own boys, at what age do you see, like young pitchers really starting to find, their own unique like technique? Because again, like a lot of kids, they just watch things and everybody thinks they're going to be Steven Strasburg. But as we've seen, like a lot of fireballers and everything like that if they don't take care of themselves, can really have a short career.
Well, I think for the most part, right, like our set pitching is it's a decision specific, and you got to work all the aspects of it as far as strength and conditioning, working your core, and again, I think it all depends on the kid and the mindset, and if you have the pedigree to want to learn more about pitching. I'm looking more like a within eighth grade. Age group where you can possibly start driving those skills towards an individual. So, not sure if that's what they want to do through their whole career, but if that's what you're looking forward to, yeah, you're gonna have to have the right mindset. And we're looking at eighth graders and up. So that's the market that we're looking forward to for Guam. What is it, 13 year olds and up. So that's the pool that we're looking to pull from. So I'm hoping, I'm pretty sure we can find those numbers in Guam. So with the help of Dr. Akimoto, I know he's working diligently to get the private and public sectors to help get these kids out here to art so that we can start developing the pitching skill. And like he said, it's not only for pitching, right? Where they focus on the mobility and all that stuff, which I feel that our people of Guam will need to compete at that higher level with these other countries, man. I think pitching is key. So
For sure. Yeah, because
that's the
of
reason
course,
why
of course,
we
at the little league level, like everybody plays every single position, and then at some point, either your position calls you to play that one, or you just decide it's like, okay, this is what I enjoy playing more, or this is just what I'm better at. Would you agree, Art?
Yeah, definitely. And like you said, the game's gonna kind of call you and tell you, hey, it's time to stop hitting or you need to keep hitting. So, it's better like at that age. If you can be versed in both, give yourself the double opportunity and then let baseball show you which way you need to go.
Okay. Now, because you're in California, like so much of your climate, your conditions and everything like that really mirrors Guam, where we can literally like train outside all year round and everything. So, in us sending our athletes to you, what can they expect as far as like the training regimen, but also maybe how they're going to have to change, change the way they sleep, change the way they eat, change the way they study, and mental health is a big thing for all athletes in all sports right now. A lot of people do. Wellness checks and they do meditation and they do like things like that to say like okay my body is a tool but so is my mind.
For sure, definitely. And so to touch on that point, it's just like, first off, understanding that you can't just expect to focus on one thing and take your development forward. So, what they can expect coming to AOP is basically an approach of we need to look at you base from head to toe, build a solid base of, okay, this is what you're not good at, this is what you're good at. We'll set the foundation, set a baseline, and okay, now we're going to start addressing these deficiencies, addressing your strengths. How can we make them a little bit better? And consistently working on back to what I was saying earlier, mobility, corrective mobility, and just mobility workouts you're going to be doing on a day-to-day basis. Full strength and conditioning program that you're going to be following for the 4 to 12 weeks or 16, whatever we end up deciding it's going to be. A full throwing program, mechanical drills that are assigned to each guy that's going to be coming out here, bullpen schedule. And then, like you mentioned, the sleeping and the eating. How serious the kids want to take it is how serious they'll take the stuff outside of here as well, and so like bringing up a kid like Gerson, for example, where he's somebody that needed to gain weight, and he's seeing that the little weight he's starting to gain now as it gets harder is starting to make big differences. And so, for let's say we have a 15-year-old kid that weighs 125 pounds, and it's like, okay, you're really good at everything, but you also weigh 125 pounds. Let's assess your eating. And then you realize real quick, wait, all my other stuff is A plus and my eating's like an F. Okay, well, I got to fix that. And I wonder where I'm going to head when I fix that, so just expect to be, there's going to be diligent checking with all of this stuff and just, expect to be held accountable your entire time that you're here, probably at a different level than you've ever experienced.
There you go. I was gonna say if if I can be your volunteer marketing guy, it sounds like the approach you're taking with young athletes is like you said, you get out of this as much as you put into it, and it's like how much do you want to be great? How badly do you want to succeed?
Exactly. That's definitely it. And like we always use the term, there's unicorns where guys are just born to be different, but everybody else, that's like one out of every thousand. How hard you want to work is how far you're going to go. Force yourself into rooms, force yourself in front of people, force people to look at you when maybe they didn't want to, and you never know what's going to come of that.
And there you go. Okay, and now Gerson, because you know our market so well here, talk about like what the transition is going to be from a Guam athlete going out to a properly structured program like AOP, like in the States where the caliber is different. The athletes have been training for maybe like a different way for a lot longer because you may be the top kid in your village or at your school and everything there, and you go there, and that is kind of a culture shock for anybody.
Yeah, it was a culture shock for us when we got here too, right? Gerson coming out of Guam, he did pretty well in high school, Little League. Then coming out here, there's a dime a dozen, man. So he's coming out here where, especially to California, where baseball here is great, and he had to catch up quick. Coming out, as like I said, it was a culture shock. But for the kids coming out, man, and Art will tell you, we gotta have the mindset, man. They don't sugarcoat anything. They're up in your face when they know you're not putting in the work, and that's how I like it, right? That's the reason why I was comfortable with Gerson being with Art because I like it that he's in his face and telling him, hey, you need to work harder, rather than sugarcoating, oh, you're doing fine, and then you don't see any gains, right? So I'm that type of coach too that likes to get up in their face if I know you're not doing enough, and I'm satisfied with everything that Art and his team with Freddie and Silver has been giving my son. I just been seeing a lot of progress with Gerson. So, and now I got my son Luke there, 11-year-old, and he's working with Art. We still need to get him into that mindset that we would like him to be. So I know Art's on his ass a lot. They're not easy on him. They're firm with him. So um, I'm looking forward to seeing both of these guys compete at a higher level. So with the Guam folks, the kids coming out, we are putting together a roster to provide to Dr. Akimoto. Um, we're look we're looking at what was that art where we said we'll get 10. He wanted us to get 10 to him, and then possibly bring out five kids that we feel have the skills to come out and train with Art. So it's in the works right now, and I guess the start is to work with you, Jay, and KOM, and expose this, and hopefully we can get more kids to have the interest to come out and train for the summer. And like I said, and Art said, the goal is to bring them out here, get them trained up, and possibly work them into some type of college program, which Art is really in tune with here in California. And I think Art, you can speak on that as far as I'm not sure if it's just California, but I've known and I've seen a lot of coaches come to his facility to do private sessions just to get eyes on uh, prospects. And I've seen some D1 coaches come in there. I've seen some JC coaches come in there. I was shocked to even see some of the MLB guys come in there working out. I was like, dude, these are minor league dudes. These are MLB guys. There are a lot of college kids that come in there in the off season. And Gerson's been talking about how
Hey, game recognizes game, like they say, man.
right.
Yeah.
I sorry I keep rambling, but yeah, Art can speak more on the on that as far as
Yeah, Art, you
what.
got UCSB right over your right shoulder, man. So, tell me, and again, this isn't going to be just like a one and done for Guam athletes. We're really trying to establish like a pipeline,
Hmm.
to really provide like a consistent flow of talented athletes to go there and really find success.
For sure. And like I want to touch on, we haven't announced it, but it'll be announced very soon. Coley, how do we pronounce his last name?
Koli Taidagui,
Coley
from
Taitagui.
yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So he came to train with us last summer. He's been working under our, control for 9 months now. when he showed up here, he was throwing 68 miles an hour and, just not where he needed to be as a senior in high school. And now he's in the 80s and going to continue to go up. And he's moving to California now to go to school at San Bernardino Valley College. And the opportunity there just to be able to go from a kid that, is in the lowest level possible here in California to now having an opportunity to go play college baseball, I think is just the proof of concept of that anybody that can come from Guam and wants to put the work in and legitimately buy into what we're doing, they can expect something similar to that. And like to touch on your point, just to give them some love though, this is Cal State San Bernardino, so not UCSB. I know they get them
Oh
mixed up. I
yeah,
used to work there.
CSUSB.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah. So I used to work there. That's an award for my brother. He went there too and won the Cy Young for that year. Like the team gives out an award. But yeah, I mean, I'm very well connected with the schools in this area.
How close are you
I
to
have like
Fullerton?
45 minutes.
Yeah, okay. So
We have,
just for context, everybody, I asked that particular question. Fullerton's won the College World Series a few times, like in recent history and everything. So they see
yeah,
talent down the street. I mean, you're
for
not too
sure. And
far
we
away
have a
from some
kid
top
that
guys. Yeah.
exactly. We have a kid that we train that plays there. But yeah, I mean, like Cal State San Bernardino, Cal Poly Pomona, San Marcos is around here. We have, JC's like RCC, Chaffey, Golden West. San Bernardino Valley, like I mentioned, Citrus, you have Long Beach State, University of San Diego. I mean, it just the list goes on and on and on and on and on. And what I always tell everybody is like when you're at that level, whatever level you classify yourself at based off your work and talent is the room you're going to be allowed to be in. So if you're a 16-year-old kid that's throwing upper 80s, and you're a sophomore in high school, then sure, we're going to put you in front of D1s. If you're a senior throwing 82, 83, then you're going to be in front of junior colleges. And there's nothing wrong with that. You just need to continue to climb the ladder, climb the ladder, climb the ladder. And what the athletes from Guam can expect is put the work in. I'm going to put you in front of people that will hopefully give you the opportunity to continue your career. And this is further and way bigger than baseball. Only, like I said earlier, 0.0111000001 make it anywhere past college, and so everybody's going to have a life, whether it's to be an engineer, to be a businessman, to go into sales or whatever, and you need to go to college to be able to do that. And so having the opportunity to play the sport that you love, continue a higher education, it's just a lot bigger than just baseball, and that's the opportunity we want to provide.
Absolutely. Okay, guys, real quick, but as we wrap up and everything, so I'm in right now, and of course, we want all parents, guardians, caretakers, and everything, and the players themselves to take the initiative, fire off a message, send a DM, send an email, make a call, get in touch with Art and his staff over at AOP. How can they do so, Art? How can they get in touch with you and find out anything that we haven't covered?
Yeah, so Mr. Hoebing is going to be our liaison between Guam and the AOP. So everybody would need to reach out to him. But if you just want to take a look at what it is that we offer prior to reaching out, you can find us on Instagram at the art of pitching _ or on our website at the art of pitching corp.com. And then when you're ready to reach out to get some information, I'll allow Mr. Hoebing to go ahead and share his information.
Yeah, go ahead, Gers.
I think he's frozen.
Okay, yeah, he may be frozen right now, but yeah, we'll
Yeah.
we'll put
For a
him.
bit. Okay.
No, there he
I'm
is.
back on. Let me see.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me see. Where am I at? Hold on.
Oops, yeah, he'll jump. Up, there we are.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I missed that. So what were you
You're
saying?
you're good. Just share your information. How are people going to be able to get a hold of you as the liaison from Guam to
Right.
AOP? What's your
Okay.
contact
So
information?
contact information is 562-515-2236. They can also, yeah, I think that's the best route right now to contact me. We've actually made contact with a few parents already, and we're looking forward to adding them to the list. And
And you
we're going
guys
to
know
run that.
Gerson Hoebing, man. He's a straight up guy. He's about as Guamanian as they get out here and everything like that. The smile and the laugh are genuine and everything. Everybody knows Gerson from the sports community. And I mean, he reached out to us because he really does want to make these opportunities available to, young Guamanian athletes who have the hunger and give them some of the opportunities that we didn't have as kids. And this is a fantastic thing.
And don't forget, it's all actually Dr. Akimoto is the one that actually wanted to drive this as well. So he brought up the idea. So Art and I talked and was like, hey, that's the guy we can use right there. Let's go get it.
There you
and
go.
let's
Good
see
job,
what we
Primo
can do.
Vince.
Right. Yeah, yeah, true. So yes, he's the one that is pushing this as well. So we're looking forward to it, Jason, man, and hoping we can do something to help these kids get into college through baseball.
For sure, guys. Well,
Yeah.
they call it, baseball is a game of the summertime and everything like that, and summer is right around the corner. So you guys make those calls, send those messages, and take your game to the next level with AOP. Art Salazar and Gerson Hoebing doing great things for Guamania athletes. Gents, thank you very much.
Thanks, Jay.
Thank you for having us.
All right.